Incredible. Check this out. With these three methods, you can multiply your blueberries practically for free, and you've probably never seen at least one of them before. Today, we're gonna clone, propagate, and duplicate blueberries in 3 different ways, and one of them can grow roots directly from the branch. Pay close attention, because in just a few seconds, I'll explain how to do it. The first thing we're gonna do is grab a nice ripe blueberry. When I say nice and ripe, I mean it should even be a little soft, because that's usually when we find seeds that are much more mature and more likely to germinate. Now we're just gonna cut the blueberry in half and extract the seeds. Once we have them, we'll place them on a completely clean piece of paper. This is important because we want to avoid fungus and any germination problems. And now we're gonna carefully select the seeds that look the most complete and well-formed, because those are usually the healthiest and have the best chance of germinating properly. Now let's get the container ready. I'm gonna use a plastic container with a lid, and we'll make some holes in the bottom so it drains well. This is really important because we need moisture, but if water builds up, the seeds can rot. As for the substrate, you can use universal soil or any substrate that drains easily. It can't be soil that's too hard or compacted. Now, we simply place the clean seeds and cover them with a very thin layer of substrate, just a light covering. Next, we're gonna give them a very light watering with a spray bottle. And here, I'm gonna show you a trick that personally works really well for me to prevent fungus. Now, in a 1/4 gallon of water, we're gonna add a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Stir it really well, and then strain it using a coffee filter or a fine cloth, and pour that mixture into the spray bottle. That'll be the watering solution we'll use for these seeds. Now, we simply place the container in a spot with partial shade, ideally somewhere that's neither too cold nor too hot, and never in direct sunlight. This way, we'll have a higher success rate. There are also people who do this by simply slicing the blueberry and placing the slices directly on the substrate. Personally, I don't recommend it. Why? Because all the pulp around the seed really encourages the growth of mold, and that ends up affecting germination. So if you want better results, the best way is to do it just like I'm showing you. And finally, after about 4 weeks, we'll start to see what I'm showing you right now. Alright, now comes method 2. Check out the roots we get with this method. And I'm telling you, you'll really want to pay attention to this particular method since it's one of the most commonly used for blueberries. And I'm going to show you how to do it step by step. The first thing we'll need is a disposable cup, one you can get at pretty much any store. Nothing special about it. And in this case, we're going to make a hole about 1 inch up from the bottom. Just one little hole will be enough. And the hole should be about 1/4 inch or even half an inch wide. That's not a problem at all. That little hole will set the maximum water level for us. Alright, once we've made the hole, now we're gonna place a piece of cotton right over the hole. This is done solely to prevent the substrate, which in this case will be sand, from escaping when we water it. The water will filter through just fine, but the sand will stay inside. Now, since we're gonna use sand in this case, there's something important I want to show you, and that's that you can actually use almost any kind of sand you have at home. You can use river sand, beach sand, construction sand, or any other similar type. But keep in mind, if you're going to use sand, which is actually one of the best options for this method, before putting it in the propagator, we'll need to wash it. And washing it is really simple. Grab a bucket, pour in the amount of sand you want to clean, and rinse it several times until the water comes out completely clear. Once the water runs clear, we're gonna add a cap full of hydrogen peroxide, the same kind you usually have in your first aid kit. Pour it in and let it sit for a couple of hours. After that, just drain all the water and spread the sand out on a plastic sheet in the sun. This is done to eliminate possible pathogens and greatly reduce the risk of fungus in the propagator. Once the sand is clean and dry, now we go back to the cup and add about 2 to 2.5 inches of sand. Now we move on to the cutting. In this case, we're gonna propagate blueberry. We're just gonna take a piece of branch and get it ready. And if you have aloe vera, it would be ideal to add a little bit of aloe vera or rub it on the cut part because it really helps hydrate the cutting and also provides phytohormones that greatly encourage rooting. After that, we're going to take some ground cinnamon and coat just the lower part of the cutting. This is done to prevent possible fungal problems that could show up. Once we have it ready, now we can place the cutting into the propagator. We need to insert the cutting roughly up to the level of the hole, and if it sticks out a little higher, that's even better. Now we just grab some water and water the entire propagator. If you pour about half a glass, that will be perfect. And if you go a little overboard with the water, it's absolutely fine because the excess will automatically drain out to the level of the hole. And this is where things get interesting. The moisture will gradually rise upward through capillarity, and that'll provide the perfect humidity for the cutting to root. In other words, not too much water and not too little. It'll have exactly the ideal conditions to develop roots. Now it's time to grab another cup and cover everything to create a greenhouse effect. Simply place another cup on top and, using tape, secure it on both sides. And that's it. Our little propagator is ready. After this, all we have to do is move it to a spot with indirect light, because we can't put it directly in the sun. If we do, the cutting would dehydrate and probably wouldn't work properly. And now comes the best part. After about 4 weeks, as you can see here, we'll have some beautiful white roots that are ready to be planted. And honestly, this is where you realize just how well this method works. Now, all we're gonna do is put the cutting in a small pot with good soil. And that's it. Now we have our new blueberry plant ready to keep growing and eventually bear fruit. But there is something important. Before putting it directly in strong light or outside, it's best to keep it for another 10 or 15 days in a protected or semi-shaded area. Why? So that it gradually adapts to the ambient humidity. And that way, we avoid stress and make the adaptation process much smoother. And now let's move on to the third method. Honestly, out of the 3 methods I've shown you today, this is probably the safest and one of the fastest ways to get a new plant. Plus, it's extremely simple and basically based on something you probably already know, air layering. But in this case, we're gonna do a miniature version for blueberries. The first thing we're gonna do is grab a plastic bag and cut a small square, about 2 by 2 inches would be ideal. Now we put a bit of substrate inside, moisten it slightly, and make a small ball. Then, using tape or even a small zip tie, we shape it into a more or less round form so it stays compact. Now comes the important part. We're gonna take a blueberry branch and make a small window in the bark, very shallow, just to stimulate root growth. Just like this, exactly like that. And now we are going to carefully make a small vertical cut right into the center of the ball so that we can easily open it up and place it directly around the branch, almost as if the ball were warmly hugging the tree limb. Then we simply close the ball tightly and secure it with a zip tie or tape. And that's it. Our mini air layering setup is ready. After a few weeks, if everything has gone well, you'll start to see roots inside the ball. And once you have enough roots, you just cut below it and place it in a small pot. And here's one of the most interesting advantages of this method. In this case, we hardly need any adaptation at all. Why? Because the branch has already been exposed to the outdoors the whole time, so it's already much more adapted than a traditional cutting. All 3 methods have their pros and cons, but they all work really well for propagating blueberries. So if you like this, leave me a like, share it, and comment where you're watching from. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one.